Good afternoon, dear viewers. We invite you to test your knowledge and reading skills by taking our 25-question quiz. How well do you know world literature? Let's find out right now. We are sure that it will be not only entertaining but also informative. Have a pen and paper ready to take notes. At the end of the video, you will see the results, which will objectively show your level of knowledge. Are you ready? Let's get started. Who is the author of the novel Light in August? William Faulkner, Norman Mailer, John Updike, John Steinbeck. The novel Light in August was created by William Faulkner. Who created the novel Cannery Row? Jack London, John Steinbeck, Joan Falls, William Saroyan. This work was created by John Steinbeck. Who is the author of the poem The Iliad? Sophocles, Virgil, Homer, Hesiod. The poem The Iliad was created by Homer. It is an epic song about the final year of the Trojan War and the wrath of Achilles. Who created the novella The Little Prince? Antoine de Rivarol, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, Romain Rolland, Marcel Proust. This work was created by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, a philosophical tale about friendship, love, and seeing the world through the eyes of a child. Who is the author of the novel Hard Times? George Eliot, Elizabeth Gaskell, Thomas Hardy, Charles Dickens. The author of the novel Hard Times is Charles Dickens. Who wrote the novels? Ronan's Well, Jane Austen, Elizabeth Gaskell, Walter Scott, George Eliot. The novel set. Ronan's Well was written by Sir Walter Scott, his only novel set in contemporary England, not in the historical past. Who is the author of the play The Star of Seville? Lope de Vega, Lope de Ruda, Tirso de Molina, William Shakespeare. The author of the play The Star of Seville is Lope de Vega. Who wrote the story The Fate of a Man? Mikhail Sholokhov, Andrei Platonov, Nikolai Gogol, Alexander Tvardovsky. This is one of the most famous stories by Mikhail Sholokhov. Who is the author of the play The Storm? Leo Tolstoy, Evan Turgenev, Fyodor Dostoevsky, Alexander Ostrovsky. This is the most famous play by Alexander Ostrovsky. Who created the novella Animal Farm? George Orwell, Aldous Huxley, Ray Bradbury, Kurt Vonnegut. The novella Animal Farm was created by George Orwell. Who wrote Around the World in 80 Days? Edgar Allan Poe, H.G. Wells, Robert Stevenson, Jules Verne. The novel was written by Jules Verne. Who wrote the novel Sentimental Education? Victor Hugo. Maupassant. Gustave Flaubert. Miles Sowell. The novel Sentimental Education was written by Gustave Flaubert. Who wrote the novel A Roadside Picnic? Leo Tolstoy. Alexander Kazantsev. Ivan Yefremov. The Strugatsky brothers. This is one of the most famous novelists by the Strugatsky brothers. Who is the author of the novella The Abysmal Brute? Rudyard Kipling. Ray Bradbury. Zane Grey. Jack London. The novella The Abysmal Brute was written by Jack London, a story about wild nature and the untamable character of an animal. Who is the author of the novel The Island Pharisees? John Galsworthy. A. M. Forster. H. D. Wells. Arnold Bennett. The novel The Island Pharisees was written by John Galsworthy. Who wrote the novel The Stoic? Saul Bellow. John Updike. Theodore Dreiser. William Faulkner. This work was written by Theodore Dreiser. Who wrote the novel Villate? Anne Bronte. Mary Brackenridge. Fanny Burney. Charlotte Bronte. The novel Villate was written by Charlotte Bronte. Who is the author of the play Halidon Hill? Walter Scott. Robert Southey. Thomas More. Lord Byron. The play Halidon Hill was created by Sir Walter Scott. Who wrote the novel The Green Mile? Dean Koontz. Jonathan King. Stephen King. Richard Matheson. This work was written by Stephen King, a novel about capital punishment and miracles happening on the Green Mile of a prison block. Who wrote the comedy A Midsummer Night's Dream? Ben Jonson. William Shakespeare. Thomas Nash. John Lilly. The comedy A Midsummer Night's Dream was written by William Shakespeare. Who is the author of the novel Between the Acts? George Eliot. Virginia Woolf. Agatha Christie. Emily Bronte. The novel Between the Acts was created by Virginia Woolf. Who is the author of the novel Jus Same? Thomas Mann. Lion Furtwängler. Erich Maria Remarque. Heinrich Mann. The novel Jus Ces was written by Lion Furtwängler. Who created the novel Antigone? James Joyce. Ernest Hemingway. Aldous Huxley. Franz Kafka. The work was written by Aldous Huxley. Who wrote the story collection The Jungle Book? Rudyard Kipling, Jack London, James Fenimore Cooper, Robert Louis Stevenson. The story collection The Jungle Book was created by Rudyard Kipling, a cycle of stories about the boy Mowgli raised by wolves in the Indian jungle. Who is the author of the novel The Razor's Edge? Book. Somerset Maugham, Aldous Huxley, Evelyn Waugh, Graham Greene. The novel The Razor's Edge was created by Somerset Maugham. Dear friends, it's time to give you your test scores. If you got between 20 and 25 correct answers, congratulations, you're an excellent student. If you got between 15 and 19 correct answers, you are a solid good student. If you got between 10 and 14 correct answers, that's an average result. We recommend taking tests more often. If you got less than 10 correct answers, that's not so good. You need to brush up on your knowledge. If you got more than 15 correct answers, like this video, and we'll find out how many excellent and good students we have. Please share your opinion about the questions in the comments, how many points you scored, which questions you liked, and which ones you found super easy. Your opinion is very important to us for the development of the channel.